right, getting you guys situated here so we can have a chat. Hi everybody. It's an exciting day here in the workshop. We got dear friend Sean over here, and he is assembling our clinic decks. We've got a big evil plan to save the world over here with skateboarding for newcomers. It's going to be a push and carve clinic coming up. We'll kick off on March 20th. More details will be coming. I got boards and paint, special secret new graphic that's coming out on those, and a second secret new graphic that is, and I've been working on these graphics for like a month. I'm just, hang on, let me get your lens. I'm good to see you, John Zander. Thanks for your encouraging attitude. I'm working on a custom recut. I did a custom for a gentleman, we're starting to become good friends. Going to be rooming with him. Mike Payne, Chris Castle, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me. Let me get this cord out of the way. It's embarrassing when there's a cord in the... LJ Skate is watching. I love LJ Skate. Love you guys. Hang on, just gonna do a zip tie real quick around this this cord, giving me fits. I'm always happy when you guys get to see me fussing with my technicals over here. I'm embarrassed to a certain extent that I've become kind of a YouTuber guy and sort of a video public guy because I don't like a lot of the culture that develops around skate media, but I haven't found skate media that I think does the job, and I'm working on it now. So beautiful, busy day. It's in the afternoon. It's raining here in Cincinnati, and we've got the nicest set of temperatures. What a great winter it's been. I've been loving Cincinnati's winter. It's kind of back to normal. Every now and then we get a super cold winter, but today is a gentle, easygoing winter. And on the bench today, I've got a custom make going out to my buddy. And I've already got marks on this platen, and I'm ready to do this make. I've done a center line. Maybe some of you guys might be curious as to how I center line. So did one the other day with a customer in the shop. I flip it over, I sight it down, and I put my pencil here and I make a mark. And then I flip it around, sight it down, put my pencil here, and I make a mark. And then I had a customer in here the other day, and their custom deck is in the make pile over there, ready to be rounded and finished off today. And so we did that mark, and then I put the platen on the top of it, a full platen. And sure enough, when I put the pattern down and I eyeball centered it, it came out exactly on the center mark. And yes, there's a lot of concave in my uncuts, but you got to remember something. That looks like a super deep dish concave, and it is a curved and soulful concave throughout. But by the final sanding, all that concave, those crazy edges get kind of knocked down, and you get a more mellow presentation on the final product than it looks like when it's uncut. That said, if anybody wants a super deep feeling concave, what we can do is I do square edges different to most of the makers out there who make square edges. And one of the problems with square edge, it gives you more concave, more grip, and technically, as Tony Hawk said, 20% more flick. Anyone remember that? But you get chips on your noses and tails. So I bevel the noses and tails on all my square edge boards so that you don't get that edge chipping on the noses and tails the same way. So with this one, it's a half and half. So I'm using a half platen on a full custom workup. And I am going to, I've already got my marks on it. I'm going to sight in the tail on the marks. I'm going to sight in my tail, and I need to measure my tail in 7 inches. This one I want to have, this is an old school make, and it was like a 30-inch board originally, but now we want to make this into a 33-inch board with a real double kick. And 33 is a beautiful length. It's a gorgeous length. I am for it. So I'm gonna take my long ruler, boy, I've had this for 10 years. Been making with this thing. Shin destruction. You guys don't mind when your shins get hit or when your punk point hits you in the ankle. Those are credible battle wounds. We know we all love it. So I'm gonna. I don't have. Oh, I do. I have a tail mark on here, and I had already made this board, and I made it too short the first time. So this is a Lou Ross. I've got it at 7.2. It's actually at 7.126 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark the pocket on that. And this is the way I do my tail pocketing. I do it by eye. And what I'm looking for is for the fulcrum of that lever to land just in front of the back of the base plate in the axle of the truck. That's what I'm looking for. I want the fulcrum in the axle of the truck. That is the right lever for your skateboarding. So that's at 7. Okay, I'm going to bump it back just a wee bit, and I'm going to put a tail mark. That's my tail mark right there. That's how long my tail's going to be. And I'm going to now put it on its make marks right here. This gives me the width. Oh, I have it written 8.5 and 9.5. You know what? Before I continue, I already wrote down the custom make dimensions. It doesn't even look like my handwriting, but it is. It's so funny. I did a good job. 8.5 and 9.5 are what we're looking for, so we're going to dial that up on our handy dandy Irving Thosser, whose name I don't really know. That's a great pseudonym, right up there with Robert Dobbs. I love the pseudonyms on Facebook. Good to see you, Irving. Irving has got one of the coolest tools out right now. It is a wheelbase device that you can drill through. That is a great tool to get. I love it. It's a different approach to wheelbasing and punching than I do, but Eric Sanders comments Valhalla, and I couldn't agree more. All right, so what I want to do is dial for 8.5 at my back truck bed. So 8 is, I put this at 4 inches. 8.5 is 4.25 times 2 equals 8.5. I screw it down, tighten it up, and I set this little bad boy here, and I know where to put it. And I make a mark there, then I use the little divot, and I make a mark here, and boom. That gives me my rear. 9.5 in the front, which is delightful. So 9 is 4.5, and 0.5 is 2.5, and 4.5 plus 2.5 is 5.75. 4.75 will equal 9.5. And you guys know me. You all know that I am given to, usually when I make a board, if it comes out just a wee bit wider, I don't go back and try and take off more. Mike Villalobos and Irving Thosser saying hi to each other on the feed. I love it. I don't go back and try and shave a board down if it's just slightly wider, 0.1 of an inch wider. I don't take that off because you can go mad on the sanders trying to fix, oh, Bran Carr is here. Guess what, Bran? Speaking of great pseudonyms, guess what I'm making, brother? I'm on that remake right now. And there's my 9.5, and what I'm doing is I'm maxing my width right here. This is all I'm marking to. You guys can see I'm only marking a certain ways up to the swell of this deck, going by the back mark and the tail line, and I'm going to punch that back just a little bit. That doesn't hurt me. I was a little bit off, making a second rear line. Oh, good. There we are. So that puts me to right here. Human eye, human arm. That's not these are not computer marks. I'm going to line this up here. I'm looking for my, oh man, I overshot my mark so much that I actually won't have any trouble cutting it. Here's my 8.5. There's my mark. Okay, so for 8.5 here, I've got this. I'm back. I got it. This is me. This is what it's like. Somebody out there is watching me thinking, this guy is an idiot. And I'm not mad at you for saying that. I'm really not. I'm not an idiot, but I get it, man. I do. I get it. You're thinking like skateboards are high precision and this guy is all lo-fi. And you know what? I'm not mad at you for thinking that, because we've all thought for years that skateboards were space age tech. And now from this swoop, I'm shooting for my 9.5. There's my 9.5. I've got it. All right. So the first set of marks I made, happily, were far enough off that they won't interfere when I cut. I'm not going to get confused when I cut. And this one also going for 9.5. Yes, this is also working up. And I've looked at computer-made skateboards, and I have no. You guys are going to enjoy. Now, my total width. My total width. Clean your room. For God's sake, clean your room. It's a bloody mess. Okay, so next measurement is a total. Colin Weir, love you, dude. Cannot wait to be with you. I'm going to be in Tampa and Bradenton for many days. This coming March, I'm going down for the pro. Now this deck, this is dangerous, man. Hey, thanks Colin for saying you love the workshop videos. I love having all of you guys in the workshop with me. This has become extremely life-giving and fun for me. You guys know, you go back through the history of my videos, there's my total length. I'm looking for 33 total length, and this looks like it's pocketing up really nicely. I'm this close to making one of these for myself. This one's pocketing up really nicely, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to forget about the back for a second. I'm going to bring this front line forward, and I found it, what those marks were for. Those marks were for the second set of lines. I have first set and second set markings on my stuff, and those marks are my second line marks that put me in the sweet spot for the build. Now, the first time I built it, I did it wrong. So this time I've got it right. I did it too short last time, and I am not afraid or ashamed, and it does not affect my feelings of confidence one bit. Look at that. These marks are lining up and giving me the complementary portion with, since I made it wrong last time, these marks are giving me the complementary portion with a small gap that I'm just jigging out right there. All right. Now, let's do a final measurement on length, and let's see if I did it. Let's see if I hit tip to tip 33. Uh-oh. What's this? How can this be? I see why. And maybe this is why I did it wrong the first time, because I have 33 here, but really, when I do it this way, it's 32 and a half. You know what? Hey, Amy! Good to see you on here, Amy Estelle. Hey, if anybody is looking for a great stand-up bass player who wants a tour, good touring bass player, check out Amy Estelle. You are the dopest, the good kind of dope. This is a custom shape that was ordered some time ago and fulfilled. I made it too short, so this is a remake, because if I make it wrong enough, I'm just going to ship you a new one. So I'm a ½ inch short. I know what a ½ inch looks like. It looks like that. Love you, Amy. This is not the squid shape. The squid shape has a pointed front. This is a full workup, half template off of an original board that was sent to me. This shape, what do you call it when it has this here, guys? Some people call these money bumps. I hate that. Jeremy Baird, welcome to the feed. I don't like that. This is like a flat front. It's got a bit of a fishtail with these remind me of swords. It reminds me of a sword. So a shape like this, I like when you look down at that. A shape like this, I feel like, is like a sword. And yeah, if they're called money bumps, then where's all my, whatever. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring the nose forward. I'm going to go ahead, line it up on those lines. Again, those marks I made earlier. And I'm just going to bring that nose up. And then I'm going to look and see where the intersections are. on that. There's an intersection right here from widest width. I've got it. So I have an intersection at this level here. Now, I've got some jig markings, okay, on my workstation. And I don't like them. I don't like them, so I don't use them. I use my eyeball. That is for better, and that is or for worse. I use my eyeball. So I've got a level here that corresponds, oops, hang on, corresponds right out here. That's my eyeball spot. And sure as shooting, I've got it. That intersection aligns with the pre-made lines. We've got consistency, and boom, there we are. And there it is. So this is my cut line. I'm going to circle it, and this is the way it goes. Why did they want this custom shape? You know what? That is a really good question, Maya Bird, my daughter-in-law. I love you very much, and I'm very happy you're on the feed today. Custom shapes are requested for a number of reasons. This is my line. This is my line. I circle my line. And this is my line on the outside. Good. Custom shapes perform differently. Sometimes people want, for example, corners in the back. Corners in the back. Lots more control. A money bump or a sword hilt. A sword hilt in the back strengthens the force dispersal on a convex line. So a convex line puts the really does a bad thing with force dispersion. And it does give extra strength in the critical jump ramp snap zone. It does. But it's nowhere near as good as an elegant convex line. That's almost all my shapes. Like this. This is the classic. They have an elegant convex outer line. My punk point has an elegant convex outer line. You can tell I love that word elegant. It's a Gordon Ramsay thing. And almost every shape I make is convex outside of a few. My popsicles tend to lose that and be straight on the sides. Pan heads, punk points, the classic, the Never Was shape, the Gordon for South Austin curb service. All my stuff tends to run that way until I make something a little bit crazy or special. And because, oh, and it's from, this one is from, but I was going to say, Maya, nostalgia is probably the #1 driver of custom makes. Nostalgia. We had a board when we were a kid, and we were inspired, and we ripped and we shredded because of it. Hey, Sean, will you come open the door for David? David's here, and he's dropping off a shipping label. And will you open this door for David? I think he needs you to. Okay, so back to my work. I'm going to cut this one, add it to my cuts pile, and get everything rolling forward over here. Thank you all for joining me for a short video. This is going to go up on YouTube in a minute. And all that stupid like and subscribe, go for it, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Hey, I love you. I'll catch you on the flip side. And as always, hi, Mom. I love you.